Yeah, intersex, okay.
Okay, what's queer and intersex?
Okay, queer refers to someone who, because gay, lesbian, and bi are kind of very like, also very like gender binary, like confined terms, at least stereotypically and historically. So queer just kind of like goes past that threshold. Like, I like people who identify as men instead of I like men. That's what queer kind of bridges that distinction. So when you're talking about male and female, you're talking about like biological descriptors. If you're referring to me, I'm not my biology, I'm a social entity. So I'm going to expect you to acknowledge me by what I identify as.
So if somebody's maybe like transitioning, obviously maybe they were male and they transitioning to be a female, and you obviously meet them and you chat with them, what are you going to want to refer to them?
Hola, it's a podcast. It's a podcast. Network Varsity Unplugged. Sirmguj. Your host is Stevovo. Sirmguj. Salebala and TWISTA.
What's up, bro? It's your boy Sirmguj. Hey, Erks, I remember what mama wanted me to give me. She was like, Yana, Fneka Uzi Tembe.
Hinda Varigina, your boy Stevovo-Mavovolase and BP and GP, better than no other country. Haliti Barcelona, you know what time it is.
What it do? It's your boy Fana Rusty Dusty Twister, the Twister.
Hey guys, as you guys can see again today, we have a very beautiful guest and they will introduce themselves. Anyone can go.
Okay, hi, my name is Njabulo. Pronouns he, him, identify as queer, happy to be here. Hello.
This is under pressure now because they introduced okay, hi guys, my name is Tash and so sorry.
Okay, let's go again.
What about the camera and the mic, Tash, the mic. Okay, should I start again?
Yeah, go.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Tash and my pronouns are she, her, and yeah, I'm also happy to be here. I'm excited.
Cheers!
Okay,
alright.
You can solve the conversation.
Oh, wait, what are your pronouns?
My pronouns are he, him.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about today, so pronouns are really important.
Lay the ground. Yeah, let's all go pronouns.
What are yours?
He, him.
Okay. Yours?
Him, he.
Okay.
Or
she, her.
he, him.
Oh.
And yours?
Okay, but like, what's the thing like around like pronouns? Like, what's
skipping the culture?
Oh,
Flip. Yeah,
Why we not
skipping the culture? Yeah. We do have a culture.
Oh, you know what time it is. Let's go.
It was so awkward to start a conversation because we usually have like conversation starters while we read the confession.
Yeah, I was I'm thinking, wait, let's read the confession. Let's read that first and then we can.
How should we get to another?
Okay, the
That's
first
a
one.
fan, bro.
The first confession. It is so. Why do I like this man? He's not even my type.
Hey,
First year man.
Okay.
that person is mad.
That means saying must have been the weather.
Must have
been the weather.
Yeah.
This is one of the winter times.
Like why you like the guy?
And the person's not even attracted to the guy.
They're my type.
It's not
your type.
Has it ever happened to you guys? Like being with someone that you didn't necessarily like, but like for some reasons you're like, you know what, you need to be harsh.
And they show you flames after that. Because what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah,
You're making an exception for the person. You're like,
I have a
my
type for a
type.
reason. I have a type for a reason.
For you, I hope
It's
it's
a type
fine.
referring to like a type like when you appearance wise or like type as in like when you have a conversation with someone then you start to get to know what the type of person the person is.
For me, it's that. It's always conversation. Looks rarely matter, but it's always the convo. If the convo's not linking, I'm still like, okay, let me give it a chance.
So
That's where it goes wrong.
what if you see you find a guy attractive and then their convo is not going conversationing?
Well, it depends on what I'm looking for.
On the season.
Yeah.
Looking for. Okay.
I can tolerate that conversation if the guy is attractive, depending on what I'm looking for with the person.
Okay.
Wait, do you guys have types? Like you say, this one is my type.
I think there's certain traits that stand out to me.
Uh,
It's something about quiet men. Like, just quiet, reserved men. Like, it's really attractive. There's something about reserved men, and I'm just like, ooh, why are you so quiet? I want to talk to you.
Mysterious.
So yeah, like, I'm gonna get to know you. Why are you so quiet? Like, everyone's like, hi Tash, hi. And I'm like, wait, nah, why are you quiet? Why are you not saying hi Tash to me? So yeah, that's where I
Steven,
feel.
how about you?
It's quiet.
Just
It's
us.
just quiet.
quiet.
Alright. No, I feel you. I know, boy.
Who?
Like, would you be with someone like that you're not attracted to for the sake of no, this person likes
No,
me, so
I
why
wouldn't.
not? You wouldn't. Also, when you go for what you want.
Regardless of the season.
Exactly.
Attraction is the thing. It really is the thing. I
is.
know we've been talking about, like, me and my friends about this thing about looks are not everything. They really are not, guys, because hey.
But sometimes also to some extent, because that's your first encounter with the person.
Yeah, true.
So
Mhm.
you can't really, for me, I can't look past that.
Mhm.
Like if a person is not like doesn't look good according to me.
Damn.
I know was a violation, bro.
Next confession.
It's obviously looks. You look at the looks and then you engage with the person. Like, oh,
Okay.
this person has a dope personality or whatever, and then you start from there.
Okay.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Understandable.
Okay, next one.
Next confession.
Next confession. Yo. Hey. Batsy. Masturbate, guys. Touch yourselves and leave other kids alone. Well-mannered, selfless, third-year EBE gent. Tired of hunting other kids.
Tired of hating.
Oh, hating
You're seeing
other
tired of
kids.
Touch yourself.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch yourself. Do you guys masturbate?
Yeah. Test you.
Not you putting me on the spot like that. I haven't done that in a while, so.
But then you do masturbate.
I prefer, bro. You have experiences in life.
Exactly.
Yeah, you obviously.
What about you?
What about you?
My
My mom's gonna see this. Mom, I swear, I don't make
no, like it's meaning.
That's so different from
Like it's
Tell the truth,
it's masturbate's meaning.
Who's mean as like doing something in private? That's what I understand.
Oh, it's not. Oh, someone told me.
Oh, you do it in public?
No, masturbate.
No, guys. I thought masturbate translates Zminga in Xhosa.
No.
Okay.
No, masturbate. Masturbate.
Now I used to, bro. I used to, but like I don't have to now.
You see, Jackman. It's a fact.
What about
What's
you guys?
changed?
No, what's changed? I mean, go for we hunt. Njabulo.
I think I just started too early. I'm bored now.
Oh!
What's really, because I've never done it, so what is the motivation?
Aye.
Are you sure? It's a safe space. We're not gonna tell anyone.
Let's switch up the camera. I want to
We're not gonna tell anyone.
Okay, let me ask, what's the motivation for you guys when you do it?
What's the motivation?
Yeah, like, you just sit there like, oh, flip.
Yeah, bro. Like it's
This one I
like
must
you
be
sit
doing.
there. Actually, like say for example, you saw Tash at DH about or someone.
For example.
For example.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after you saw Tash, you literally, and especially if you have a good imagination, you go to your room.
So creative.
And you're creative. Hence I'm saying because you're a very creative person, I find it hard to believe you don't masturbate. You masturbate.
I read this culture that like it's so wrong to do. Guys, body count is a thing. Don't be doing. Stop touching other people's kids. Touch yourself.
Yeah, bro. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
Touch yourself. It's okay. It's fine.
So, Twitter, you never answered.
I did. I know.
You didn't.
I didn't answer.
Nah, I didn't.
I also
What
don't
did you say?
remember.
Come on, talk about.
I
Masturbate.
used to.
Used to.
Yeah.
And used to
But
can
now-
be yesterday.
And I was about to say, oh, you used to get
This morning.
You know what's crazy?
Did this morning?
No. So, which day was it? I think 2 days back.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, 2 days or 3 days back. So there was porn playing in our floor around 3
I
a.m.
remember.
Crazy.
You don't know who it was.
I also
Randomly
don't
playing
remember.
out loud.
Yeah.
It was like the sound was coming through the walls.
Bro,
So this person was like, I'm gonna create an environment. I'm gonna blast it.
Was it porn or actual people?
yeah, it was about to
But the
It
people
was
are
porn.
good.
It was porn.
How do you know to
You
respond?
can hear it
Yeah,
different.
Oh,
Yeah,
especially if you watched it a lot.
Something in you.
Crazy shit. But guys, I don't know, I just feel like the whole culture around, the whole mindset around masturbating is so toxic. Because like if we were to look at it like from a logical perspective, né? Between masturbating and having actual sex. Having actual sex is wild, it's worse, like you feel me. So I don't understand like what, I feel like it's one of those toxic masculinity sort of vibes on sort of like when you masturbate, why you masturbating, but it's actually good, bro, like
Speaking for yourself.
no, but for real.
No.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know
an
it.
experience as well, because it's two
Okay,
days
No, what I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with masturbating,
And
honestly.
we get you, sure.
I think for
What the
men,
fuck,
it's like
really?
more of a thing of like, you're not getting any, like, you know, you don't have a hand and you're not getting any, so
That's the
you have to
mindset.
do that. That's the mindset. For hands, I feel like it's not that crazy, bro. Like,
Also,
yeah,
leave this
yeah,
woman alone.
yeah, sorry.
It's what?
Leave this woman alone and
Leave people's
Yeah,
kids
bro.
alone in general, so.
Aye.
And personally,
That one.
like,
Leave women alone.
That third year student is onto something.
Is that the hunter, ne?
Yeah, that's the answer.
alright.
Okay, what's the next one?
Shit. Okay. The girlfriend kept calling while we were doing the deed in his room. The sex was too good though. I miss him already. A boy who loves other boys.
Wait.
So the boy has a girlfriend and loves other boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this
That was a quick plot, because I thought it was
Yeah.
like...
No,
Okay,
this
okay.
happens at UCT.
That is-
Not even this happens at UCT. I think obviously this is gonna like link to something we're gonna discuss. But you can know yourself to be somebody who I'm attracted to women,
Sure.
and then something somewhere somehow I'm attracted to men. There's so many of my friends who have told me experiences where like, bro, I'm gay, like I identify as gay now, and then very year down the line, but this person's like with a man now, and you're like, oh okay. Or like recently, one of my friends experienced like with a woman again, and I was like, how did we get here? But it happens. It happens really.
So there's a chance Steven might.
There's a chance Steven jogging. You're sitting too close. Well, man, you'll never know. Steven was onto something about this.
Crazy. So wait. They were doing a deed in the room,
And the girlfriend.
oh, the girlfriend called.
Yeah.
But the boy was with another boy.
yeah.
Leave men alone when you get the chance.
No, but in this case,
It's men.
It's both men.
Both men.
And the girlfriend's called. So
Okay,
the other guy still has...
okay, fair.
The other guy
Crazy.
still
The good question is, would you have stopped?
Njabulo, would you have stopped?
You put the phone on silent at least.
Reach out and.
It's how they stay.
You think the other guy is comfortable with knowing that, okay, there is a girlfriend and I'm just like a... It's probably a side. I can't call it a side. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, he's saying the girlfriend kept calling, so he knows that this guy stating.
Yeah, I do think it's the other guy that wrote this. It sounds very much like that. I think it's the other guy that wrote his girlfriend kept calling.
Oh, flip. I thought it was
The other guy who said that his girlfriend. That. Yo,
Crazy.
it doesn't make it any better, honestly. It doesn't make it any better at
It's like that thing,
all.
what's the thing, the phase when your girlfriend, your girlfriend
Slowly start
starts
hating.
saying, it's literally it's literally
Crazy.
Can we move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Came out almost 3 years ago and still haven't had a genuine relationship. I should have just stayed in the closet. So embarrassing.
All by
Myself.
myself.
All
So,
by.
That was so good. Yeah, that was really good.
Jeez.
Crazy.
Sometimes you find new people, sometimes you don't. I think it's
Exactly.
about finding community. Like at UCT, we've got the UCT Rainbow. What are they called?
UCT.
They're like the club, yeah, UCT Rainbow, and you can go find people there, just chat to people, and you know. But I get it. It's very rare that people like, especially in uni, like who are quite like, I don't know if they're quite young or whatnot, but they're gay and they've been like, I've been in a long time, like a serious relationship. I've never come across that really. Like,
Yes.
Me myself,
Yeah,
I've never been in a
it's
long
not
term
really
gay
common.
relationship. I've never. So
When did you guys come up?
Oh, yeah.
From the closet. Apparently, you all are coming from the closet.
when did you come out?
I feel like for me in my family, like I had 2 cousins older than me, that are also gay. We never had like a culture of coming out. It was always like, okay, we see you, and it's just that type of vibe.
Everyone just
That's
sort
cool.
Yeah.
They could just sort of like, okay, and then they just
So they
move
make
with
that
it.
they see you guys and then conclude, okay.
No, like if you have like someone that you're connected with, like you maybe tell us about it and we know, okay, this is the page that you're on. But you never had like a whole coming out thing, like this is what I identify as. We just kind of chill that way.
That's actually really cool.
Then how hectic is that process? Like the process of you realize, okay, I'm gay, and then you having to come out.
For me, it was more like, oh, another one on the list, you know, since there were already two more. But it was never like a hectic thing. It was never something that I really thought or had strong feelings about. I was just like, okay, this is where we're at. Let's keep it moving.
Tash?
I think for me, I always gravitated toward masculine women. And my mom would always ask me like, and I was like, nah, it's nothing, it's
Your
nothing.
mom is getting Mac mom.
My mom's so cool. You guys should really meet her. Actually, you'd love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's very cool. Very
Really?
Cool. Yeah. So
Oh.
so
Just too loud.
I remember when I got into uni, she'd ask me like, so are there any boys? Like, and I'd just be like, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And then she fetched me from Riz this one time, and I was like, I have something to tell you. And she was like, what? And we went to Spur, and I told her, I was like, so I think I'm actually into girls. Like, I've been looking at a lot of girls lately, and you know, she's like, so do you think you're bi? Or I was like, let's just say bi for now, but like the way it's looking like it's. And then after that, my sister was like, can I take her to go pee? So I told her that, and then I left, so she had time to
process.
Yeah, to process and you know. And then I got back, and she was like, it's okay. At least I don't have to worry about like teenage pregnancy. I was like, exactly that.
So like, what was the moment for you? Like, what was the moment you went like, hey, man, what's this I'm feeling? Damn, I think I'm actually attracted to you, and you're a girl. Like, when did that happen? Like,
first kiss, high school, grade 8. It was a girl. I wasn't the victim, guys. I can explain. I wasn't the victim because she was in matric and I was in grade 8. I was not the victim.
Yo, vacation.
I was not the victim. And yeah, first kiss was a girl, grade 8. Yeah, I don't think much about it really. She was just really pretty. And I was like, oh, you're really pretty, like, you know. And yeah, I didn't really like turn into much after that. Like my most serious relationship was with the man, like it was with the boy. So you know, I didn't really think much into it. But then obviously when I got to UCT, there's really like attractive people here, like really attractive people, and it's like everywhere you look, bro. It's like, like you know, like smash. Every time you look like smash.
Definitely.
You're walking around upper, you like smash, smash. So yeah, I think it's just I'm attracted to you, you know. But obviously I feel like now it's more than just.
You're attracted to me?
No.
Sitting here too loud.
Don't put our business on the podcast like this now. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I think, yeah.
Now for you, is that the last confession?
No.
Oh.
The last one is here.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's quite long. I am openly gay man and many of my friends are straight. When we got to know each other, they often share gay-related jokes. But it's now become the basis of our friendship and I'm kind of tired of it. Like, there's way more to me than sexuality. Let's move on now. PSA. Not everything is about sexuality for some queer people.
Is it queer?
What is it?
Queer.
I'm going to say queer. Like, no, queer.
Queer.
Yeah?
Okay.
Queer people.
You went to your content one school.
Not everything is about sexuality for
Queer.
queer people. Okay. We have other characteristics too, than brackets, not to diminish the importance of identity. Second year, DSO, what?
Second year one? Second year, oh yeah, be subside.
Yeah,
Be subside. Okay. I think it's so important to set boundaries with your friends. I feel like you can joke about something, but then to a certain extent, before somebody gets like annoyed with it. So communicating, just saying, guys, like, yes, I know I'm gay, but like, I don't appreciate the jokes. Communication.
Exactly.
Communication. It's just about communicating how you feel. If somebody says something to you that makes you feel some type of way, I feel like it's important to address it and just be like, hey, like, I don't appreciate the joke that you made earlier on. Maybe there wasn't any like intent there, like you didn't really intend to, you know, offend me or anything like that, but you did. And from now on, I think moving forward, you could do this differently. Yeah.
Do you guys like hate like gay jokes?
occasionally I love a good gay joke. If it's good and it's funny,
Okay.
I really don't
I was
mind.
about to say when Tash was talking straight talk.
Sorry?
Straight talk.
Straight talk. Oh, straight
What?
talk. So maybe we'll be around, maybe we'll just be chilling, you know, like maybe there'll be more girls who, you know, be chilling, doing something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, I've come across some very weird boys in uni. One randomly said, I think you guys should just kiss.
Who and
Me and a friend of mine. And we're both girls.
Oh,
and this is coming
yeah.
from a gent. It's coming from like a straight man.
random
Like,
girl.
yeah. We don't, like, we know each other from circles, obviously, but like, we don't really. And they were like, yeah, I think you guys should just kiss. And I was like, as a straight man, why would you just... You know, it's that thing of like, like seeing women kiss is like
Yeah.
a thing for like straight men. And for me, I don't find that funny at all.
Yo, that's wild.
It's a thing.
that like, I don't know. I think that person wasn't thinking straight.
Excitement! I just everything on excitement. You got too excited and got ahead of yourself. But it's, yeah.
Do you guys have those friends who makes gay-related jokes?
I make a lot of gay jokes with them.
I'm the one making them, that's the thing. I'm the one who's making the gay joke.
Okay. So like that's the last confession, right?
Yeah, it was.
What's the thing with pronouns? Like, because I feel like you come to UCT, you know, and like this is such a very amandla institution, and not saying it in a bad way. I think it's good for people to stand up for what they believe and all of that. But it makes it hard for someone who really doesn't. I think it's important for people to speak their mind and like what they really believe about certain things, so that they can be educated, you know?
Sure.
But then it's like, you're like, oh no, yeah, pronouns, yeah. But I think a lot of people don't really know like what's the thing with pronouns. So let me speak for myself. I know that there are pronouns, and there are people who identify like with certain pronouns. Like for example, I was in a meeting the other time, you know, and there are people who are part of the community, right? And I'd occasionally, like, you understand, like for 12 years of my life and more, I've understood English like this, you know? So that I occasionally make mistakes. Like I'd be like him, and they like them. I'm like, who is it? Two of them welcoming. So I'm like, so yeah, what's the whole thing about it, and like what's the significance of it?
Sure.
Okay.
Like,
I think beyond it being like a mobilized thing where it's like you have to call someone the right pronouns, it's just someone saying, I'm not necessarily comfortable with these pronouns, and the fact that you're even trying, I feel like should be enough.
So when Njabulo, I've never like interacted with Njabulo, but Njabulo is so well spoken, right? Like I'm only like so well spoken.
But yeah, as long as you're trying, I feel like that's what it is. It's just recognizing that someone doesn't necessarily feel comfortable being assigned to he, him, or she, her, just strict pronouns. So it's not a serious thing where you have to like get it on the mark every time. As long as you're trying and you see that person, I think that's all people are asking for, really.
I think maybe for like, not to come from like an academic point, but like obviously she, him, you know, you would obviously a male and a female.
Yeah.
And I feel like pronouns are associated with gender, you know?
Yes.
But obviously we're learning about things at uni, and we're learning about how like gender is just like a social construct. It goes beyond biological differences. So you could refer to me as she, but I don't identify as, I don't feel like I don't identify with what you are. Like putting me as, like basically you refer to as a he. I don't identify as that. So I'm just saying, for example, people feel very different. You know, some people are like trans and whatnot, you know. So there's so many different umbrellas under this that you could just be like, yeah, just because I seem like a woman or I'm like masculine presenting or whatnot, you know, what do you refer to me? I get your point, the point that you're making about obviously English and whatnot. I remember the first time I met somebody who was a they, them was here at uni, and I was like, partners, like you're gonna be my partner, because obviously it's multiple people, guys, you know? Yeah, but you are my partners.
that person and their sisters.
They are coming, yeah. So, you know,
for you.
I think, yeah, just what Njabulo was saying, it's at least you're making an effort. Like, it's so nice to see people making an effort, like, oh, wow, those really your pronouns? Like, do you identify as she? Yeah, at least make an effort to try.
Okay, so cameraman speaking here, I just wanted to interject and say that as far as I understand the reasoning behind the conversation of like pronouns, why it's booming right now, is that with many languages there aren't pronouns that specify whether someone is a man or woman. Like if I'm speaking to you in Zulu, I won't, when I'm talking about someone, you don't necessarily know that I'm talking about a man or a woman. Or like whatever. Like you don't, it's just, I'm just speaking about a person. So it's like when, from my understanding, someone who prefers the pronouns they, them, wants to take that element out of it. That it's not important that I'm a man or a woman or I'm this or I'm that. It's just you're talking about me and like, I'm just me.
So,
I just
so
am.
you think it's not important?
Can I then ask
No.
a question like, why would it then get to you if the person says him or he him, if you like want to take away the fact that it's not important to be referred to by you with using pronouns?
So I'm not saying it's not, so what I'm saying is that like so if you look at other languages, for instance, right? If I'm talking in Xhosa, right? If I'm talking to you about someone, I'm just saying a person, like that person.
Yeah, you say yeah.
I'm not talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about anything that has to do with their sex, their gender, or anything like that. And that's that. Like the premise of that is that it's not necessarily important that we acknowledge that particular thing in this conversation. If we're talking business, like you're talking about a business partner,
Sure.
in Xhosa, it's not necessarily important for you to acknowledge that that person is this sex or gender or whatever. So, in the English language, why is it so important? We're taking away that distinction, because in most scenarios when you're talking about something, you don't need to be, that's not an important factor of the conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
so like,
really.
what?
You mentioned that there were I think you alluded to the fact, you didn't really mention it, but there's more than two genders. So most
Yeah.
of the time there's male and female.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Sex and gender, can we like
Yes,
just
yes.
define that, like from, like what's your understanding of what's gender and then like what's sex?
I feel like sex, I would have said you either male or you're
Or
female.
female.
Yes.
But when
So
it comes to
you-
gender,
Mhm.
I would have said, recently we saw like a post on the Jammy that was talking about queerism, something along those lines, but it's like queer something though. And basically, something that we're learning about in anthropology right now is that gender is a social construct, something that we've created. She, her, him, something that we've created, right?
Mhm.
And it just goes beyond your sex, your
Yes.
biological differences. Obviously, titties, chest,
So
there's a difference.
So the sex is male or female.
Mhm.
You can
Yes.
either be a male or a female, right?
Yes.
So what happens if one goes to, they were born male and they're like, no, I'm actually a female now.
Then you're transgender. It's not just you male or you female. Under gender, it won't just be you're male or you're female. You're male, you're female, you're transgender, etc., etc.
So there's more, isn't that
Yeah.
like in the sex category now?
I wouldn't put it as
I think what I'm understanding from what Tash is saying is that sex is male, female. And then from there, there's a social construct of gender.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then within gender, you're obviously going to define gender in some way. The basis is going to be sex because it's, in my head it's making, this is what I think. there's umbrella term, sex.
Mhm.
And then sex you get gender. Then within gender you get male, female, and you get
transgender, etc.,
transgender.
etc.
And then within sex you get X, Y, and XX. That's going to determine whether you are a boy or a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So if a transgender person walks to me now,
How are you going to know they're transgender?
like, no, they do say that I'm transgender,
Mm-hmm.
but can I say that you are male? They did a transitioning from man to woman, but originally they were born male.
Male.
Can I say that you are male? That's your
I'd say gender is more identity.
Yeah, because when you're talking about male and female, you're talking about like biological descriptors.
Mhm.
If you're referring to me, I'm not my biology, I'm a social entity. So I'm going to
Okay.
expect you to acknowledge me by what I identify as.
So if somebody's maybe like transitioning, obviously maybe they were male and they transitioning to be a female,
Mhm.
and you obviously meet them and you chat with them, what are you going to want to refer to them as? They haven't
So-
transitioned, like
Mm.
they're representing maybe the way they dress, everything, maybe as a female, but they're male, but they represent as a female,
So-
just haven't transitioned.
So what I'm getting is that like the highlight is not on sure I'm biologically male, but what matters the most is what I identify.
Mhm.
Yes.
And because I identify with it, fuck what you think. Like you should respect that I identify as this.
I feel like you really should. Like, this goes back to a conversation about like low-key being homophobic.
Mm.
And like for me, it's like, bro,
I'm not
let
homophobic.
people live their life.
Yeah.
Let people live their life.
Have you guys ever been homophobic?
How can I
Like
be
without knowing, maybe.
How can I be homophobic?
My bitches is gay. Okay.
Have I ever been homophobic?
Homophobic.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, like as a kid, bro, like I used to like guys, you like there was this okay, I almost said Brazilian food, but I'm a changed man. But like there was like there was this person, right? The person was gay, and I was young and tall, and like me and my homies there, you know, I feel go hey Stavan and things like that. You know, like it was, but I was homophobic because where I grew up, being part of LGBTQ was wrong. It was deemed very wrong. It was deemed like you were sinning, like things like that, like one understand. So as kids, like people would like make fun of those people and stuff. Of course, like I was not like the worst in terms of making fun.
Oh, so
Yeah.
just
But yeah, bro, like,
difficult.
and most of it, like, I think it's a problem that's not really attached to people being homophobic alone. On a whole lot of, on a broader spectrum, people are just ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
But also, what I think is important is to like realize, because you alluded to the fact that you for 12 years you've been thinking that this is what you were exposed to. So a lot of what goes into the way people think is how we are socialized. Like you grow up, for example, I grew up in a church family, so the community, the LGBTQ, can you please give me the
LGBTQIA.
You don't have to say
Yeah,
that.
it's a plus.
Is the plus like for the?
It's like ETC.
Oh, it's not for like the
Yeah.
it's plus because yeah, you guys.
What does it to do with this?
So you grow up and you are told. And I wanted to, it was interesting, I wanted to ask Njabulo because we grew up in the same type of community. And in that community, being gay or identifying as something that, like if we see you as a male and you identify as a woman, that's like the most taboo thing you
There.
So how did you navigate that? Uhlala kwa-9 and you tell
You shall have a bit?
I'm Tanzania.
Tanzania.
No, as someone who has navigated that space, I think for me, growing up has been understanding that all of that was learned behavior. I can't hate Steven because when we were younger, he used to call me, slurs, because that was learned behavior. And as much as I was learning to be me, he was also learning to be him. So I can't really hold the things that we learned as children against us now. So I guess growing up and being gay is just realizing that sometimes what people say is not really what's inside of them, but more so what they feel like they should be saying in order to be socially acclimated. And I feel like that's a big thing in childhood. You want to be accepted, you want to have friends. So that was just like, I feel like it's just a casualty of growing up and navigating that social space.
So
Why gay people like so smart, bro? Like, bro, no, like for real, bro.
Stereotype like why gay people so bad.
But it's a good stereotype, bro. Like they really smart, bro. Like, damn.
So comparing like your
Okay.
experiences from back at home and when you got here, like what would be the difference? Like,
No, I feel like when I was back at home, it's much more broader. Like here, I don't feel like people are constantly thinking that, oh, this is a queer person. I feel like
it's just,
people are just, it's such a normalized part of life. Whereas, like he said, back home is such a big thing. Like that's what you are, and it's people around the community trying to, I guess, live with the fact that that's what you are. Because it's like you're like one of the only few people that are that. Being here, like you're not the only representation for queer people. there are a bunch of queer people around, so you can just exist in your own space and just be you. It's much more low pressure when you're not the only queer person around.
So what's this queer?
Queer.
LGBTQIA?
The Q stands for queer.
So the L is
Lesbians,
gay,
bisexuals,
And then queer people.
Queer.
And then
So what's
trans.
What's queer?
Let me forget the I. I think it's intersex.
Yeah, intersex. Okay.
Okay, what's queer and intersex?
Okay, queer refers to someone who, because gay, lesbian, and bi are kind of very like, also very like gender binary, like confined terms, at least stereotypically and historically. So queer just kind of like goes past that threshold. Like, I like people who identify as men instead of I like men. That's what queer kind of bridges that distinction.
So gay it can be I like men that like women as well.
Yeah.
And then queer is I like men that like other men.
No, gay can be like I like men, and then queer can be like I like people who identify as men or who present as men. It's not confined by, I guess, biology and like male and female terms.
So you can have a female that identify as male, and then if you
Guys, you're always learning. Like that's crazy because you're constantly learning like day by day about something.
And I think it kind of answered my question because I wanted to ask like how does one get to like, okay, starting from the pronouns. Okay, I'm not comfortable being called as a he, she, or what. Like I prefer this. How do you like? Do you choose? Put it like, okay, I am this. I'm gay. I am bi. I am. I don't know. Is it a choice?
Isn't like there are options there and you like...
No, for me, I feel like even coming out and being like, this is what I am, it takes a lot of internal turmoil because you know it's going to be like kind of a thing with people. So even like saying that, it's a big thing. So it comes from a place of being uncomfortable with what people assume you are. So much so that you have to be like, guys, please, I don't feel comfortable doing this. Can we maybe transition to a place where I'm not called by he, him pronouns because they make me uncomfortable?
I mean,
we once had, I thought you were raising your hand.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, we once had a heated conversation, I think it was with a group of friends, and there was like a queer person within the friend group. And the conversation was basically around the LGBTQ community not really being like an African thing. That's why you get like countries like, is it Ghana? Yeah, like if you're queer, Uganda, if you are queer there, and then like it's over for you basically, like you're not allowed to exist within those spaces. So what are you guys' like opinions around that, or what do you think about the fact that some people think it's not really an African thing but rather something that is imposed on us by the West?
I feel like the biggest influence from the West obviously is religion, Christianity. It not really being an African thing. When we look at a country like Uganda, a majority of the people there, like the main religion is Christianity. Like Hannah, you guys probably know Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah's from Uganda, and we've chatted about this before. Like, so how's it like when you go home? Like, wait there, don't be gay, like type vibes, you know. And she's just saying, bro.
So she's a criminal at all.
Not a criminal. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm saying if I go there, don't be gay. Well, I should be gay there, you know.
Well, also ask me, why are you gay?
Why are you gay? You know? But I think obviously I feel like it's more of like a Christian thing to say. Like obviously you're raised. I was raised in a Christian background. Like I went to church, you know. Obviously like if you grow up and you know like this is a big sin, bro. Like I'm sinning big time, you know. But I'm finding my way, guys. Let me be, and yeah.
Okay, can I also interject again here on something? So there was a time last year where I went to McDonald's with two friends, and they studied degrees in humanities. I think one of them studies, like one of the courses that they do, sociology. And I think they said they learned about a situation in the past, like in past African tribes before the people came from the West and Europe and whatever, where they said, So they said something about in the past it used to be a norm for you to like have your own sexuality, not be expected to live within a certain sexuality within Africa. It just became a thing when colonization happened and the religions came into it and all of that stuff.
Thing is,
So just wanted to say that.
thing is like with regards to, I mean that can be true, but then again like it's just with regards to the person studying sociology, I feel like our education is so Western and like it's white people, you know, teaching us about Black history and so on. Hence it's very important that we work on decolonizing education. That's my whole perspective of it. Or just because you read it from a book, it doesn't necessarily mean that is our history. But then again, I do get what you're saying, because apparently I had this somewhere, I don't know if it's fact or not. Someone told me that Shaka Zulu was gay.
People are gonna come for you.
Yeah, but is it a bad thing? I mean, but I'm joking. But what I'm trying to say, there were actually people, you know, like I didn't read this from a book, like there were actually queens, you know, like the rainmakers and all of that, like who were actually like not, who were actually part of the LGBTQ, but then they were not, it didn't exist at the time.
Yeah.
And mangiting check futhi just the correlation between it. A lot of people who are in the LGBTQ, like people maybe who are gay or bisexual, a whole lot of them also happen to be spiritual healers and so on. So like on some level, like I can check it makes sense. Like a whole lot of people that I know personally, like who are like spiritual leaders or whatever, they also not bound within the confinement of I'm a man or I'm a woman, And there's this great quote that I once read. We are not a body with a soul, but rather a soul with a body. You know, like this is just like a car. Hence, who are you? You're going to say, this is my name. The same way you're going to say, this is my table. This is my body. The same way you're going to say, this is my car. So it's not necessarily you, you know. So what's the likeliness that you are, or you feel like a female who's trapped in a male body? I know trapped has negative connotations, but that's literally how people feel. Like I don't feel like this is me, and the whole thing, one night transgender happens, So I feel like we should be open-minded, because the first people to say male, female, man, woman, they were limited by their perception and understanding of the world. And so maybe they never got to actually do proper research and to understand, oh no, there's more to this. There's going to be exceptions, there's going to be this. So yeah, I just opened my whole perspective, and next time I went home, hey, respect, you can't call people like that. So yeah.
I think for me, one thing we were chatting about is how comfortable. I come from KZN, so I went to boarding school in KZN, and
boarding school.
Hell. Hell. Went to boarding school in KZN, and obviously, you know, Zulu men. I would hear the conversations that they'd have about like gays, like, you know, like there'd be a gay boy at school, you know, like, oh, it's a Stavani, you know, those type of vibes, you know. And it's such a transition coming here, like just even seeing how you guys interact with people that I know are like they're gay men, like there's no difference, like you don't treat them any differently. And it's quite a change from obviously high school and, you know, I don't like that boy, he mustn't come touch me, he mustn't come, you know, be next to me. Why was it talking like those type of vibes, you know? When you get here, it's not really a thing. Like people don't care, like they really don't care. You wear your skirt as a male and it's fine, like, you know? So imagine getting to UCT and you're able to be this person. You can wear skirts as a male, you can do whatever you want. You see me on campus, but we think you look good. Like we don't really think much into it. And then when you have to go home, you have to transition back to
I think like that's what really frustrates like people in the community when they get, because you get to some extent you get to understand that flip. I'm not living the life that I want to live entirely.
I can't be myself.
And so it's so beautiful when that you're in this environment. I think that's what also I got to learn when I got to Cape Town, because from Tanzania, like as I was saying, you see umjita that's in the community, like isolate where we don't want to do, we don't want anything to do with that person. Then when you get here,
Big chest, nigga.
actually the first person that mentored me, or the first person that was like that I looked up to, was someone in the community. And I start seeing that, okay, these people are like, and they're all like normal humans. So I got to understand from there, like sometimes one not necessarily agree or like accept what like there might be a clash in terms of values and things like that. But what's really important is to respect the person's decision, because especially if it doesn't affect you in any way. That makes it easier for you to live with those people.
I think it's not even about acceptance. Like we don't, whether you accept us or not, just respect us. Like have respect, bro. Be respectful. Like I feel like restraint is something that I'm realizing that a lot of uni students don't have. Even with just restraint. Like even right now, you're about to say something and you restrain yourself. That's so important to have as a restrain yourself. Because even with that boy could have restrained himself and not said, "Can y'all kiss?" Like you could have just
And everyone got to you.
My top is gonna say "Zimbabwe."
So with all that being said, I want to ask, like, what is being homophobic? Because like we told you, like there are some people who think, okay, say maybe they think they're joking and they're actually being homophobic. So I want to ask you that.
I think as a person, you know derogatory terms that you're not supposed to refer to people as, like stubborn. That's very it's very derogatory. Like you shouldn't refer to somebody like as that. Or there's like the big F word. I think everybody in the room knows it. Not fuck. no. You refer to gay people as it.
Something that's bigger than fuck.
Yeah, that's big. It's just big. It's big, huh? No, not fuck.
It is kind of
a
word.
Can I spell? I don't want to get cancelled.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, but there's certain derogatory terms that you don't refer to people as like who are in the community. You being homophobic. You use that term. You being homophobic.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's like when you call someone like istaban, ne? Is it the meaning and how the word is being used that's wrong?
Okay.
Or is it really like a direct translation of gay in Zulu, of which that wouldn't be wrong? Because at the same time, I think words go with meaning.
Yeah.
Being gay in another place is the same as saying someone kistabani, like in that way. Some people, oh, you gay, but it's a word. So I think it depends on how one uses it. So it's important for us to know how to, like, that person is stubborn.
That's what I was gonna say. For me, it's mostly about like the intention and feel behind it, because terms necessarily don't, to me at least, resonate as homophobia. Like I've seen people who've like gone in spurts of violence because someone is gay. I feel like that's homophobia. When it's like a deep-rooted like hate, that is homophobia. So whenever I see like little microaggressions in my mind, because I just have that perspective, I'm just like, okay, this is just like, people say things all the time, so I don't really warrant that big word homophobia to that. I warrant it to the intention of excluding gay people, just going out of your way to make them feel like, no, you're not welcome here. That's homophobia.
That's what I think. Okay, right.
Do you want to add something?
I think also not only that, like the way he's saying it, it's in a sense of like, you might be like, I don't hate gay people, I just feel like what they're doing is wrong. It's your opinion, bro. Like we're not against that. You think that it's wrong. It's okay. That's for you. Like that's your problem. I think that it's not that I think that's right, but like this is for me. It's about me. What you sorry?
Is that being homophobic?
Sorry?
Is that being homophobic?
I'll tell you homophobic because you don't like you like, hey dog, I don't like you.
Because you're gay.
Would you say when you say I don't accept what you're doing, but it's fine?
Okay, I feel you.
Would you say somebody who's gay, just like,
no,
I don't accept what you're doing, but it's fine?
I wouldn't.
He's like, I wouldn't. He's like, that's the correct answer. So, that's not correct or wrong answer. I'm just saying in a sense of like, it's very rare that people are like, I don't like what you're doing, but it's fine. It's always, I don't like what you're doing, etc., etc. God says this. It's always followed by some. It's never followed by what you're doing is wrong, but it's fine. I accept you as that.
I think like when it comes to this thing, it's like, it's the same thing as racism, bro. Like, why are you treating me a certain way because I'm black? Why are you treating me a certain way because I'm creative? Why are you treating me a certain way because I fucking smoke weed or I do whatever? at the end of the day, like we all a bunch of sinners judging other sinners for sinning better than us. If sinning is actually there, you know, like I feel like people just try to play God, and like they act like this life thing is a memorandum and it's literally guidelines, and I can choose whether or not I want to use your guideline. So I like what you said when you said, Hore, you can be like, yo, I don't agree with whatever, but it has nothing to do with you. And so don't, yeah.
I think it starts being dangerous when people say, it's sister band, maka, like, let's do something to them.
Exactly.
Like to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
I feel like that's when it starts. You can have your opinions, sure, but making the person feel uncomfortable in a space, that is problematic.
And I think that's the thing for me. That's why I have such a, not a tolerance, but I've seen like people who actually do that, like, no, you're gay, we're gonna make your life hell.
Yeah.
So people who just say things, for me it's like, okay, you know.
I have questions, ne? So what I've had cases of like say like a gay man, right? Is it the right way of saying it? Okay, yeah. Say like a gay man or a gay person approaches me and like, yo, I actually like you. And they start being like flirtatious and like, like I don't know how to. I don't know how to react to that. Don't tell them like, how do you go about? So like, how do you, have you guys been like attracted to someone and you find out, oh no, they actually straight and like I mean right now like I'm trying to be mature about it, but in reality, truth good, you feel awkward and stuff. Like I'm like, and I don't know why I feel awkward. Also, is it a problem me? Because if a girl did that, I wouldn't feel awkward. But like if it's a guy, I feel awkward.
I think it's also like how you were socialized again. Like for you, that type of approach is not.
It's quite foreign.
Exactly.
Normal, yeah. But again, what is normal?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you guys. I want you guys to answer. That was just.
Okay, for me, I feel like the thing is, someone approaching someone and flirting with them, that's not the big thing. People flirt with people all the time. But I feel like with most people that I've talked to about this exact thing, it's like, but why me though? Why do you think that you would see this in me? And that I feel like is the problem. People are not flirting with you because they identified you as someone who could be gay. They're flirting with you because you're attractive.
Oh, that's what I'm scared of. You know.
I mean, my gay dog goes off. My gay dog goes off. Then people, I'll be around and I'm like, bro, she's gay. She's lying. She's lying.
But that's also not a negative thing, you know. You don't have to take it from a place of, whoa.
Yeah,
like
I'm straight.
No, I'm straight.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's not gonna work out. And it's chill.
Take your L. Take your L. I'm like, have you never like been around people where you like? I feel like as gay people have this thing about gaydar, whereby you be chilling with people, but you just be like, man, I'm not part of the community.
The energy.
Then you cut it off, man, but you're like, the community, you know, type thing. Like,
No, I get you.
yeah, it's like we call it a gaydar. So maybe when it gets that way, kind of something. My language is on a student. Kind of something.
Another question.
Like how is the like dating scene within the community? Because for us it's wild, it's crazy. Like you get being cheated on is like a normal thing that happens.
Yeah.
Biggest cheaters.
They're wild,
Biggest cheaters, bro.
You're cheating with everyone.
They're wild.
The community, but do everything.
No, it can be within the community, it can be outside of the community. But I feel like, at least for us, for like people that I've talked to, I feel like straight people just make cheating such a huge thing. Like for you, it's everything. You text someone, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like you spend so much of your, I guess, relationship focusing on the potential for you cheating and people being loyal. That is not something that I've, at least in the relations I've been in,
Are you saying
spent
cheating is
so
not a
much
big
time.
deal?
No, it is a big deal. But you can just micromanage the cheating is the thing.
I feel
You know,
you, I feel you.
like, why would you like that girl's post on Instagram? What do you mean? It's content.
I feel you.
Exactly, that's what I'm
But I feel like people in the community are wild, bro. And I'm not even saying it from I have friends in the community, ne? And hey Baba, I see you with this one, I'm trying to tomorrow another one. Tomorrow another one.
It's called gay time.
Yeah.
You guys can have a talking stage for a month 2 weeks in, bro, me and you, we good. Like this
Oh,
day, it's like it's called gay time. Like everything
It
moves
moves much
quick.
faster.
Everything moves faster, like with gay people. And not only that, the gay community, tiny.
Yes. There's a lot of.
Oh my gosh, I know you, you
There's a
know
lot of-
her. It's a thing. Even within outside of UCT, just in Cape Town, like
It's
people.
very condensed.
And I'll be like, I saw this person on Instagram, and this person will be like, oh, yeah.
So you're not only cheetahs, you are tigers too.
No comments. No comments.
It's a jungle.
No comments.
Crazy, man.
It's an informative session though. Like,
Right.
you know about gay dog, gay
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Have you guys been attracted to straight people?
Yeah, they did say.
Yeah, attracted straight.
Come on, bro. I'm straight, then it's obviously like.
Approach.
Yeah.
I don't approach anyone.
You don't approach?
Okay, I do. But my thing is, if I talk to you and I find out that you're straight, I don't know, something inside me just goes, the lights dim, we're exiting the stage.
Oh.
That's for real. For real. If I find out you're straight, it just shuts down completely.
That's so crazy because with women it's so different. Like with men, I feel like with men you guys are like, yeah, like okay, if he says he's straight. Like there's no testing this out. Like, but with Hans, you can be like, okay, you're straight. Okay, Marvin. No, but you really could be like, I feel like actually how with boys you guys have just different way of just living girls' life. Like for us, I went to boarding school. The idea of showering with another hand, she's there in her shower, like we see, it's not foreign. But with men, it's like, none of that. None of that. None of that. That's the hand, yeah. I know that one. Or like, but with the hand, like, you'd be like, yeah, I'm straight. And you're like, but if you kiss the girl, that's the thing, you're like, you're like, yeah. But if you kiss the girl, you're like, nah, like, okay.
For experience.
I'm gonna try it.
Hey, do I wanna try it? Oh.
Now,
Do you guys have pickup lines that you use when you approach people, or is it just like on a very energy level? You speak to a person as
very nice. I feel like I'm very zero res. So if I'm approaching someone, the first thing I say is, I've seen you around. And we go from there. Like if the conversation takes from there.
It's a lot.
That's always the way.
You're like, do you go to UCT? Like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, say.
That's how you get the information, and that's it's off the rocket from there.
So if I hear that sentence,
Just know, they should know. I think for me, I just look at you like, I know you're born almost. So I'm looking at you like this, like, yeah, I'm just looking at you like you're there across the room, but me and you, we look at each other. Or physical touch.
Very.
Because that's the first thing you know. Like if you touch me and I'm not attracted to you, I don't like you. I'll move.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna be defensive.
Yeah, but if you touch me and I'm like, we made physical contact and she didn't move, okay, bet. Like I'll put her thigh against yours or touch you, like, and then I'm like, okay, then you know.
Is that why they call you Tash?
And then I
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
This has been a very dope episode.
Definitely. How do you guys shoot your shots?
How do we shoot our shot? The twister.
I don't think I breathe. I
Just chase.
yeah, just chat. Like,
Okay.
just say hi. That's what I do.
Yeah. Nah. Plan, I mean, plan. So, okay, that's one. You like this, what one, and then I'm gonna cook something, you know. So,
You
yeah.
personalize the experience for the person.
Yes?
Personalized
Yeah.
Does it work?
Tailor-made.
Does it
Yeah?
work?
You can ask Tash. Nah, it works, bro.
Whenever you do it, I'm sure you do it with love and with time.
Not my intention.
You dropped
I
something.
will read it.
Sorry?
You dropped something.
What?
This conversation.
Cheers.
No, but the thing is, if a hand actually is interested in you,
Anything.
but anything
Yeah.
yeah, Yeah, you can say,
Yeah.
bro, was it so when you fell from heaven? Bro, I'm
Or you can be like, I think I like brown bread. Like, ooh.
when? Now
Everything is
Yeah, but really, if I like you, anything you say is fine. That's
Nah,
fine.
for you.
Even if you
Take
like
it
brown
low.
bread, they won't find you crusty.
Cheers.
Yeah. I'm very on salt. I'm very on salt.
So yeah, I think we can wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
How did you guys find the episode as straight men?
Bro, I'm no longer a street man.
Mm.
Kadala.
Oh,
I'm a rude.
Steven, this whole thing's been trying to cook, bro. Someone was on your experience podcast. This podcast been trying to cook. Trying to, you know.
He had a plan.
Yeah, man is the
That's why
plan.
when people have the sitting arrangements, no, we like we should sit. He knows what was doing.
I stop.
Yeah,
It's been a beautiful.
Comments are gonna be like, she's blushing so hard. That's
I hope you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you on the next episode. Always thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop trying to figure me out, just live your pillow. I'm doing what I love now, it's bruising your ego. You tryna be the shepherd, but you know I'm the God. You tryna cross me now, dog, I'm Jesus, I'm the God. I represent the ghetto, I build it like Legos. Can't bang with the pros now, the music is the whole. I fuck it till I blow up, don't act like you don't know. You don't know that I know, you don't know, but you know. I'm feeling like a rock star, baby. Check, I'm dripping like a rock star.